So for Father's Day, the wife and kids bought me a truck bed tent, which is pretty cool. I've been eyeballing them for a while, and they settled on this Joytutus brand, and I'm going to go on the assumption that that's how that's pronounced, because I tried to look it up, and well, I can show you what I got.
Tutus.
Tutus.
Tutus. Tutus. Tutus. Tutus.
Tutus. Well, I didn't get much out of that, but apparently tutus means safe in Latin. So I guess if you have this tent, which is a Joytutus, you'd be happy and safe while you're camping. But see, look how clear. Listen.
Safe.
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 Tutus.
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 Tutus. So for the sake of this video, we're calling it Joytutus with my moderate country slang of my own. So anyway, this is for 5.5 to 6 foot truck bed, which is what I've got. 5.5 foot truck bed. Truck beds kind of get robbed these days due to the big cabs. Next truck I get will at least have a 6.5 foot truck bed, but I'm not in no big hurry for a truck payment, so this is probably what I'm going to have for a while. But anyway, this is the box it comes in. Like I said, it was ordered from Amazon. This particular model is the 5.5 to 6 foot tent with fiberglass poles. You can get all different sizes for all different lengths of truck beds, and you can also get the aluminum pole option, which is a little more expensive. But this particular one, 5.5 to 6 foot bed, fiberglass poles, was 110 bucks. So obviously we don't know how good it is yet, but initially that seems like a pretty reasonable price. Like I said, this is the box it comes in. It says here that it weighs just under 13.5 pounds. Let's go ahead and cut it open and see what we got in here. Nice little bag. My guess is this is probably the last time they'll ever fit in this bag, but here it is anyway. This can't be too hard, can it? Just kidding. All right, let's see what's in this bag. Looks like we got 2 little quick snap straps here. That's pretty cool. Instructions are attached to the bag, so shouldn't lose those. It says we got a tent bag, a tent, rainfly, main pole, 2 of those, foyer pole, top pole, pole bag. Oh, make sure we don't leave those. So I'm going to guess that's the rainfly. This is the tent. Pole bag. Step number 1. Connect the 4 bundles of tent poles to distinguish the A, B, C poles. A being the main pole, B being the foyer pole, and C being the top pole. There's 2 of the main poles, 1 foyer pole, and 1 top pole. Shows here that the 2 main poles are the medium length poles. The foyer pole is the longest pole, and the top pole is the shortest pole. So we'll open our little pole bag up here. Just like many of the tents on the market. Got these poles. Got a string all the way through. Put the female end in the male end. There's 1 pole. There's 2 poles. Those 2 seem to be the same size, so I'm going to guess that those are the main poles, A. Here's another pole. And that pole is considerably longer than the first 2 poles. So that's going to be the foyer pole, or pole B, which means that this here is going to be pole C. He's the shorter pole. He's the one that got made fun of. So we got 4 poles. Let's see, let me line this end up. You can see here these 2 are the same length. They got green paint on the ends, tape maybe. This one here is a little over a foot longer, maybe 18 inches longer. It's got blue tape on it. And then you got the little guy. He don't even have any tape. Nobody cares about him. He's just tiny. Step 2, insert the ABC rod into the corresponding sleeve. This should be interesting. So once you study the picture here, I don't know how good you guys can see this for the lighting, and I apologize if you can't. Maybe I'll get you a better view of it in a minute. But it looks like your 2 main poles form an X across the top. And your B pole goes straight across the middle horizontally. I'm guessing on the back of the tent. Yeah, here's another picture. Which it'll actually eventually be bent into an arc. And then your little C pole will go from X marks the spot of your A poles up to the top of the arch of the B pole. I guess. Let's unfold here and see. Let's see if we can get her dirty. It's hot out here. We got the orange tent. Looks like the sleeves for the poles are marked in orange. You can see the X there on top. So we'll go ahead and put our A poles through that. one A pole. A pole. Remember your A are the two poles that are the same length, and they've got the green tape. So I've got the two A poles through the X on top. I've got it kind of laid up on the tailgate. And I don't know if you can tell by this angle or not, but I've got the back of the tent where the door is going to be at the tailgate facing the camera. And then this orange slot here will be for our longest pole, or our, what they call it, the B pole. And this one's got the blue. Step 3, let's see, we're not done with step 2 yet. Let's do that. So we've got to put the C pole kind of across the top from where the A poles make the X out to the toward the back of the tent on the top. That's our little short C pole. He's probably going to grow up to be the most successful pole because he got made fun of in school, and he's probably tougher than the other poles. So it looks like we got a little brass grommet right there. Stretch it out, and we've got a brass grommet right here, maybe. Right there. And then a little clip there in the middle. I'm assuming that clips on there. Step 3, insert both ends of the tent pole into the corresponding sleeve. So basically it looks like there's these little pockets that the ends of these poles go in to give them their shape. So they're even color coordinated. Blue pocket, blue pole. And then we could probably come back and do this later if there's these little plastic clips that'll go on there. Got a blue pocket, blue pole. For the A poles, they got green tape, but the pocket's orange. I don't know what all that's about, but orange pocket on this corner will go diagonal, orange pocket on the back corner. So clearly y'all couldn't see all that, but we got our longest pole, or our B pole. Our longest B pole goes in the blue pocket. Got the little clip halfway up here. Goes up through this arch, clip, blue pocket. Now we got our two A poles. It always sounds like I'm saying A pole. A poles. They have green tape, but they go in the orange pocket. Now I can't just explain that, but that's where they go. Then you always got these little plastic clips here, and that's just going to give your tent some shape, a little extra support. And you can see here where these make the X on top. And then your little short guy, your C-pole, goes from this brass grommet where your B-pole is back to this brass grommet where your two A-poles come together. It's the only two brass grommets on the tent that I can see. Step number 4. Hang all hooks. Which is basically what I just did. All your little plastic clips that are midways between points. You watch me do that. Install the pole mounted tent on the rear compartment with the tent door facing outward. So I guess our truck bed is now in a compartment. So let's go put the tent in the compartment. All right, so I got it in there. It was a little bit of finagling for one person, but not horrible. It shows 2 people doing it on here, and it didn't come with an extra person, so I had to do it by myself. So now it says, use hooks to fix the tent on the truck and tighten the straps to complete assembly. Let's go see what that looks like. So hopefully, as you guys can see here, it comes with this little flap. The rain shed off the tent instead of going down in under it. It's pretty. For these, you just pick a spot that works and strap it on. Strap it on, baby. So there's no real specifics on where to hook all this stuff, but if you notice here, I need to get that tucked in there a little better, but it's got a flap that goes down the front of the truck bed, keep water out. And then I just got this strap hooked underneath the truck bed. All these clips are rubber coated, so they should be somewhat paint friendly. I'm not concerned about it, as you can tell. But if you got yourself one of those $1,200 truck payments, you might think a little different of it. Got this one hooked to the wheel. Obviously, if you're going to try to drive anywhere with your tent up, you don't want to take that one loose. This one's on the bumper. Same on the other side. Truck bed, wheel, bumper. And once you get all your straps connected, you can go around and just kind of adjust everything to where you want it. and then try to get everything tightened down evenly. I feel like this is pretty good. These corners kind of rest on top of the truck bed. I'm assuming that's where they go. It don't really say. This one rests on the back. This one, the big pole, the long pole that makes the arch, again, it don't specify what to do with it, but I kind of tucked it in behind this, these rails that your tailgate latches to here. I don't know, it just kind of made sense to me. Probably not right, but whatever. Same over here. So everything's pretty straight. I mean, it could use a little bit of adjustment, but. And then on the back, you've got 3 straps. You got one on the corner, one on each corner, and you got one on the middle. What I did with these on each corner is I ran them across the bottom and just connected them together. Again, it's probably not what it's meant to do, but it seems to work. And the one in the middle, I ran it back to my hitch, and I loosened. Once you get everything connected, you can tell when you zip it if you've got everything pretty straight, because your zipper won't be in a bind. But you can see that zipper zips up nice. Then you got this little flap, little rain flap here. You got a zipper that goes across the middle. See, that's a little bit of a bind there, so you can just loosen that one up. That's what the back looks like with the door closed. Alright, so we got a window on each side. Got the door in the back. Window over here. Just a little flap there for airflow, I would imagine, on the front. Let's go inside here and see what it looks like. So as you can see, it's got a bottom. If we get inside here, so I'm 6'4". I can almost stand up in it. I like exactly this much standing up in it. But let's see what we got in here. We got a window, got a mosquito net, which is awesome. That zipper works good. One on this side. That zipper works good. No holes in the net. Got a little pouch, put your cell phone, your camping paraphernalia in there. Got one on this side. Pretty handy. And then this is probably, I don't know what that's for. But you got a flap on the outside, a mesh and a zipper. I don't know, maybe if you had like a power bank or something, or you wanted to run some kind of a cable from inside the truck. Not really sure. If I figure that out, I'll let you know in a minute. Let's see, at the top we got a little hook. You can hang a light or whatever you need up there. Pretty cool. It's in good shape. I don't see any holes, any tears. All the zippers work. One thing I missed here, guys, on the inside is the back door. It's also got a big window. Once you get in, you get your door zipped up. Got your mosquito screen there. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about this rainfly here for a minute. It's got 2 windows in it. I only saw one when I was trying to unfold it. So that kind of gives you an idea of how to position it. You got one on either side for your side windows. And then also you got these longer little flaps here that I would imagine is designed to kind of cover that area on the back. Then of course you got your cutout in the back to accommodate your door. Now, here's what I would suggest after doing this by myself. If you think you're going to need the rainfly, put it on, attach it to the tent before you put the tent in the truck. And here's why. You've got a snap on each corner that attaches the rainfly to the tent. There's one on this corner, one on this corner, and one on the other 2 corners. That will attach the rainfly to the tent. Then you've got a whole mess of these guys that attach the rainfly to the truck, just to tighten it down, keep it sturdy. Now I'm tall, so I've got that going for me. But if you're trying to wrestle that thing on with it up on the truck, I'm gonna tell you right now that these hooks on these straps are going to catch in everything they come in contact with, and it's going to drive you nuts. So my opinion is put your rainfly on the tent, attach your 4 corners before you ever put it up on the truck. Just to show these corners here. And they also come with these ties on each corner that I guess you can tie around that rod. Seems like a little bit overkill to me. I'm not going to do that. I've got my 4 corners snapped on. I'm going to put you guys down and strap these pretty much to the same spot that I got these other ones strapped to. And then I'll be right back with you. All right. There's a look at it with the rainfly on. The 2 front straps on each side, I just put in the same place I put the tent strap. There's the rainfly, there's the tent. Same thing, run this one down to the wheel. One for the tent, one for the rainfly. Look at that shadow out there. There we go. The one in the back with this long flap here, all this stuff could probably use some adjustment over time, but I ran one of those back to the tailgate latch, ran the other one over that way to the wheel. Again, there's no real hard and fast rules, it seems, as to where you hook these things. Same thing on this side. I don't know how good you guys can see, but diagonal to the wheel, horizontal over to the latch. Wheel, truck bed. You got 2 vents for the windows. You got this little prop here, I guess you'd call it, that you can hook. That way if you had your window on the tent open, give you some ventilation. For 110 bucks. I think that it looks real good. Obviously I haven't tried it yet. Looks like there's plenty of room there for probably a full-size air mattress if you wanted to sleep 2. Twin if you wanted to sleep yourself and have a little bit of furniture or whatnot in there. And you get all that. It's definitely Walmart quality for sure, minus the screaming kids and the women wearing pajamas. So I like it. So far I like it. Now here's the real test. I'm going to take this thing apart and see if I can get it all back in the bag. Got it back in there. There you have it, guys. I'm sure that wasn't the best installation ever. I'm sure I missed a couple things, but I felt pretty good about it being the first time I've done it by myself. Obviously, it'd be easier with two people, but you can do it by yourself. My number one takeaway would be, if you're going to use that rainfly, attach the rainfly to the tent before you put the tent in the truck. 1,000 times easier that way. Otherwise, everything looked to be pretty good quality. No rips, tears, all the zippers worked. I feel like for the money, it's going to be a good tent. If you want me to do another video actually using the tent, leave a comment down below. Whenever I take it out, I'll let you guys know how it's done. You know, it's a $110 tent. It's not going to be 100% waterproof. There are some instructions in the instructions on how to further waterproof it. But it's a tent. It's got seams. It's sewn together. It does have the rainfly, which is going to help. But I feel pretty good about it. Outside of that, it's hot. I'm going inside. We'll see you guys next time.
Tutus. Tutus. Tutus.